My last tip is going to be the work begins after you post. Now, this is important for YouTubers. I saw this recently. That first 1 hour when you upload is not when you should go and sleep. That should be like your most active moment. You want to make sure, even if nobody is watching your video, make sure you watch your video within that 1 hour. It just helps the algorithm know that people are interested in that video. I started YouTube in 2020, but I only started taking it seriously last year, and from then to now the quality of my videos have improved tremendously. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the things that make content creation a little bit easier for me, and also all of the tips and tricks I've gathered over the years that helps me, create content as beautiful and with as much quality as this. You guys know the drill. I love to get ready with you. This is not a makeup tutorial. Nobody has been sending me like makeup tutorial requests. Like, I don't know, have you guys not been seeing the looks I've been pulling up with? But this is not a makeup tutorial. I'm actually preparing to shoot for YouTube. So as always, or like I would always say, I decided to get ready with you. For today, we're going to be doing a no foundation look, simply because I'm out of foundation currently. I did have it in mind to get the L'Oreal foundation. I used to use Maybelline is a really nice foundation, especially if you have like oily skin. But for now, I want to try something that's a bit dewy and, should I say, lightweight. So I'm leaning towards getting the L'Oreal foundation. But what on the street is Nigerian makeup brands are not playing currently, so I'm thinking if maybe I should try a Nigerian foundation, maybe like V Beauty or Zekiel. I don't know, you guys put me on, like drop a comment recommending like your top or your favorite foundations that you want me to try out, and let's see how it goes. But for today, I'm going to be using the Mayore foundation. This is not one of my favorite foundations, simply because I just think it's a bit too, there's something off with the formula. But since I'm out of my regular foundation, I'm going to shake it a bit because I think the top part of the foundation is a bit watery, so I just like to shake it before I use. So like I said already in the introduction, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that make creating content a little bit easier for me, and also all of the tips and tricks that I've gathered over the years that helps me create the kind of content you're seeing, the kind of content you enjoy. Like, basically, if you like my setup, if you like my lighting, if you like how everything is looking in this video, you definitely want to stick around. So I'm going to divide this video into 3 sections. First, we'll talk about like the tools and equipment you need as a content creator, or should I say for a beginner content creator, all of the important tools you need in your kit. Then next, we're going to talk about planning and organization, how I've been able to stay consistent, because one thing I've really been getting from people these days, compliments on how like consistent I've been, the kind of videos I've been making. So yeah, I'm going to share with you all of the secrets, all of the little things that make consistency a little bit easier for me. And of course, we're going to dabble a little bit into the mental part of creating content, because whether you like it or not, a lot of your like mental energy goes into doing all of this, into creating. I don't think there's anything you want to create in this life that is not going to require mental strength, basically. So first of all, one of the important tools you need if you're getting into creating content is a tripod. I mean a tripod, like a proper tripod, not a selfie stick, not a phone holder. You need a tripod. But of course, if you can't afford it in the moment, you can always like make do with whatever you have, or find a way to improvise. Or you need a tripod to help keep your phone stable. When I didn't have a tripod, one of the problems I used to have was my phone constantly, oh my god, I've let this foundation sit for too long. This is my problem with this foundation. But yeah, I'm just going to try to quickly blend that out. But one of the problems I used to have was my phone falling off just because it wasn't balanced properly. So I would advise you to please make sure you get a tripod. I do have 3 different kinds of tripod, or I have 1 tripod and 2 other things that help me hold my phone. First of all, I have like my regular tripod. I got this tripod I think this year. Was it this year or last year? No, I think I got this tripod last year. Actually, I would advise you, if you want to get a tripod, I would advise you to go for these metal ones. These ones, they are more common in the market. This is the regular one people buy, but the metal tripods, they are more durable. These ones, when they fall, they break. The one I had previously, it fell down and it broke. And there's also someone I know who had the exact same tripod. It also fell down and broke. So I would advise you to get a metal one. It's more durable and it's just going to, like, you know, last you better. And also I have a selfie stick. I told you guys when I needed to travel to Abuja, of course I couldn't go with my tripod just because of the size. It was too big, so I went with my selfie stick. But having a selfie stick is like so important, because even when I'm going out or I'm going to like other places, I just put it in my bag. It's smaller, it fits into my bag. Oh, I actually have it with me, so let me show you guys. This is the selfie stick I have. It doesn't extend as long as my tripod, and I think another disadvantage with this selfie stick is just the fact that sometimes the weight of my phone pushes the stick away, so I just try to not extend it for too long. But it comes in handy when I'm outside and I still need to make videos. Another thing I find very important, or another thing that helps me in terms of holding my phone, is a phone holder. This is the phone holder I use. I actually have two, but the other one is a bit far, so let's just manage this one. This is like a portable phone holder. My favorite thing about this phone holder is the size. It literally fits into all of my handbags. I can't think of any bag I have that this phone holder doesn't fit into. I'm actually really shy when it comes to shooting content outside, so this is like really handy for me. I can just place it on my table and I can rotate it. I can, you know, bend it a little bit. So yeah, you want to try to get one of this. If you have to pick one, like if you can't afford all three of them, I would advise you to get a tripod, especially if you film indoors. Even if you film outdoors, you can still go out with your tripod. Secondly, let's talk about mirrors. Now, if you're a content creator and you don't have a vanity, the best thing you can do for yourself is to get mirrors. I use lots of mirror in my filming process. Currently, I have a big mirror just behind my phone, like behind the tripod. It just helps me monitor what is going on with the camera. I know there are so many times I've filmed video. You guys have heard me complain now when I will be like, oh, I was talking, I didn't know the camera had stopped recording. Yeah, if you have a mirror behind your phone, it just makes it easy for you to monitor things. I also have two mirrors I use for filming, which are like super important to me. First, we have this one. Now this has a stand. I use this when I'm filming like beauty or makeup videos, more like when I'm filming something that involves just the upper part of my body and I need a mirror to look at, so I just place this on my table. I was so specific about this mirror, although the back looks ugly, I don't know why, but yeah, I wanted something that had a stand that I could just place on the table, and this does the job. And then I also have this tiny mirror which says Debbie's Hive. I got this mirror from Temu. They had it in just white and pink, so I had to choose one of the two colors. I decided to go for white and I'm really happy I made that choice. So this just helps me when I'm making, like for example, now I'm shooting for YouTube. I don't want a big mirror that is going to cover up like half of my face or you cannot see me. So this mirror is like really small, and one really cool feature about this mirror is it has two sides. It has like the normal part which just shows your face normally, and we have the second part which is like a magnifying mirror, and just like it helps to zoom in. I think I'm talking so much instead of like doing my makeup. Now, this next tool I want to talk about is one thing that's completely changed my content creation game. It also helps me reduce the amount of time I spend creating content. It's a vlog screen. Now, ideally, I use a MacBook, so I should be able to mirror my phone to my laptop, but for some reason, I just cannot do that. Now, getting this vlog screen has been so helpful because it helps me mirror my camera. So whatever is showing on the phone, I get to use it. When I didn't have this, the only thing I had to rely on was my mirror. So it's like if you can afford this, you get it. If you can't afford it, you can just use your mirror behind your phone and you'll be fine. But this just helps me in terms of like knowing exactly where to stand. It helps me make sure I'm in frame when I'm filming. I don't know, but this has been like so helpful. I also got this from Temu. You guys, I've been shopping on Temu. I got it for 45,000 naira, but on the streets of Lagos, I think it sold for like 65k. But recently I saw a video on TikTok TikTok where this lady was showing off like a tripod she got, and the tripod had like a vlog screen attached to it. It just makes so much sense. So that's like 2 in 1. You're getting a tripod and you're also getting a vlog screen. As you can see, I'm using it currently, and this is just my screen showing. Now the only downside to this vlog screen is the fact that it lags, especially when you're using like your camera. After some time the device would start lagging. That's the only downside to it. And also while you are using it, you can't watch videos in your gallery except you put off the screen mirroring feature. So yeah, that's like another downside to it, but it's okay, it's fine. The battery life is all right. I can use this for about 2 hours and it's not going to die out. So yeah, if you can afford this, please, I'm begging you, like I'm on my knees, get it. Another thing that has also really helped to improve the quality of my videos is getting a diffuser. Now a diffuser, as the name implies, it helps to diffuse light, and it has just been like so helpful. One of the major issues I have when it comes to creating content, or one of the major issues I used to have, it's not much, it's still a problem now, but I just know I'm better now. But yeah, one of the major issues I used to have was in terms of like setting lights, arranging my lights, but getting a diffuser has just helped me not deal with that as much, because the diffuser helps to like reduce the harshness of the light, a bit more softer. Please get a diffuser. I don't know how much it's sold for currently, but you know, for your sake, I'm going to find out and insert it somewhere in this video. Now another thing that has helped improve the quality of my videos is a reflector. A reflector just helps to add like this natural glow and shine to your videos, especially when you're like a beauty creator. A reflector is going to do wonders for your video. The one I have, it has a gold and a silver side, and I just use both sides depending on the kind of content I'm creating. Now for YouTube, I do love to use the gold part, just because, you know, I'm using like orange lights. I have a bit of yellow details peeking out behind me. I mean, like my flowers, the blanket. So I do prefer to use the gold side, but sometimes when I'm doing like short form videos, I use the silver side. But mostly it also depends on like what you're wearing, the look you're going for, your skin tone. But generally I would say the gold looks better on me. I think gold generally just looks better on like dark skinned people. That's just my own opinion, but of course you can, you know, try both sides and decide whichever one you want. This is the part where I get asked the most question, and you guys, I wish I had something different to say to you, but for editing I use CapCut. I know CapCut has been stressful. It has stressed a lot of us of late, but it's the only editing software I use. It's the only editing software I know how to use. When I got started creating content, I had like zero clue on how to edit, but CapCut has just been so helpful. And the fact that when there is something I need to learn, all I have to do is go on TikTok, type, oh, how to do this effect, and they're just like a bunch of videos for you to watch. So CapCut is what I use for my editing. I do use the pro feature. I think it costs about 14,500, or is it 15,000 naira? No, it's not more than 15k. I'm thinking it's 14.5, but I'm not so sure. I'm doing a no, okay, I forgot, I actually use foundation. I wanted to say I'm doing a no foundation look, so I wanted to like go in with extra layer of concealer, but I don't need that. Let me just blend. So yeah, there was a time I was having issues paying for CapCut. I think everybody in Nigeria had that issue, you know, because of bank and all of those things. But I think most of those restrictions have been lifted. But back then I did try to join, because on Instagram you see people doing ads, like if you want to get CapCut Pro, where it's like you don't have to pay as much. Joining those services or joining those WhatsApp group where you are sharing CapCut subscription was really stressful, because for no reason they would just log you out. You could be in the middle of exporting a video and you find that you've been logged out of the account. So it wasn't like a good experience for me. But of course, if you don't have a choice or you can't afford to pay 15,000 naira monthly, you can actually do that. I'm actually going through a phase with my skin. I feel like I've been going too heavy with my tretinoin, so I need to not really take a break but just go back to using applying it with the sandwich method. That's what I always used to do, but recently I felt my skin had adapted to using it, so I stopped doing the sandwich method and I just started like applying both of them together. But it's telling on me. So I feel like, you know, I should go back to using the sandwich method and just give it a break. But I do have like some dry patches in my skin. I have a bit of redness, which I'm not really happy about, but you know, I know with proper hydration it's going to restore itself and things are going to go back to normal. So next, let's talk about light. Said it here so many times, one of the things I struggle with in terms of creating content is lighting, light arrangement. But for now I think I've hacked it, especially in terms of shooting for YouTube. I now have a formula that I follow with how I arrange my lights and it works every time. I'm going to include details of the lights I use. I don't know their names. I got this, I think this is LED 800. Yeah, I got this a long time ago, maybe 2-3 years ago, and it has just been like so helpful. The major reason I got it was because it came with like external batteries. So in my head I was like, okay, whenever NEPA wants to be stupid, I can just use the batteries. But the truth of the matter is the batteries, they don't last. I would not even advise anybody who wants to create content with the plan in their head that they are relying on on those batteries. Just have the battery for backup, so if they take the light while you are shooting, you can quickly complete whatever it was you were doing. But if you want to 100% rely on that light, I would advise you not to, like, don't bother, like just don't bother doing that. And then this is the latest light I got. Not really latest, I got it I think last year. There's actually a really funny story behind this light. I can't wait for when I can share it with you guys. I hate it when I'm having conversation with you guys and it's like, oh, there's something I want to say but I can't say it because it's like the time is not yet right. Why does it feel like this concealer is lifting? Oh my god, I think my makeup application today is just wrong. For light placement, I just put one on my left, I put one on my right. I angle it like this. This is the best way. Like with my hands like this, you can exactly, like, this is the best way for you to understand what I mean. But I position it like this so the lights, they both fall on me, like they fall directly on me, and I just tilt it slightly instead of keeping it straight, so the light is literally falling on me. So for light, of course, you know, the more money you have, the more light you get, the better light you have. I also have an RGB light that has like different colors, which I place behind to create that if you can see that red or orange glow coming up, it's from the RGB light. Okay, the type of phone you use is actually going to play a big role in terms of your camera quality. Do you understand? The better the phone you have, the better the quality of your videos. But what I would say to you, which is the same thing I said to myself when I wasn't using a good phone, is that you know, just try create with what you have. You should always use what you have, create with what you have. But what I told myself back then was, it's better you start making the terrible videos with this your terrible phone now, so that make the terrible videos, go through your awkward camera stage phase, go through that phase where you need to learn how to edit, so that by the time you get your phone, by the time you get the dream phone, the ideal phone that you need, you don't have to start learning all those things from scratch anymore. So use what you have, use the phone you have to start making your mistakes, start doing your terrible videos. By the time the phone comes, you are no longer a beginner, and then you can create better content with that phone. So instead of being idle waiting, just try to improve on the skills you can improve on, which is like your editing, your stage presence. Improve on those things so that by the time the phone comes, you're not starting from scratch, you're not starting from the beginning, you're not starting from the bottom again, but you already like learned a lot of things. So that's the advice I gave myself. But currently I film with an iPhone 14 Pro Max, and I also film with my iPhone 12 Pro Max. I prefer filming with the 14 Pro Max because I've compared the quality of both videos, and the one I get from the 14 Pro Max is much better. But I do have plans of getting an iPhone 15 Pro Max, hopefully before the end of the year. God, my Father in heaven, would surprise me with a new phone. From all the research I've done, I heard 15 Pro Max has like the best camera quality. If you use a 15 Pro Max, you can please help me confirm or deny this allegation. I don't want to hear that I'm wasting money. Yeah, that is it for my light. What else? I also have this mini light, which I think everybody has. I have that light, you know, for days maybe when I'm going out, or I just want to do like a low effort video. I don't want to use so many lights. Like most of my birthday videos, like, because when I traveled for my birthday, I tried to shoot, I did like a 7-day birthday countdown series. So most of the videos from that series, I actually shot them with my tiny light, and it came out okay, came out all right. So if you can afford that, by all means, please do. It's just really portable. You can put it in your handbag. You can use it when you're outside. Let's talk about background. For background, I get lots of compliments about my background, about my room. But the same thing I would say about the light situation, the same thing I said for the phone situation, the same thing I would still say for the background. Use what you have. But also for the phone thing, I don't want to forget to say this. I've seen videos with millions of views and the video quality wasn't that great. Like you can easily tell that the video was not shot with the best iPhone or with the best camera. And I've also seen videos that were shot with the best camera, best lighting, and there was no substance to the video, and I just saw it and I swiped. So in as much as those things, or in fact all of the things that I've talked about would improve the quality of your content, just know it's not the main thing. If your video is whack, if you're not talking about important things, if you're not talking about things people care about, nobody is going to watch. So instead of, you know, bothering so much about those things which are not so important, focus on, you know, improving like your stage presence, letting people see your personality when you come on camera, all of those things. Now, another thing I almost forgot, I can't believe I almost forgot this because it's incredibly important to me, is a Bluetooth shutter. Bluetooth shutters are not expensive. I think they cost about 3,000 naira, and mostly when you even buy a tripod, it comes with a Bluetooth shutter. That tripod I was telling you guys I saw on TikTok, it came with a Bluetooth shutter. My own tripod also came with a Bluetooth shutter. So yeah, they are not expensive, but it's like so important. A Bluetooth shutter is going to help you save storage, especially if you use an iPhone. I use an iPhone and every day they are shouting storage, 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 storage. I'm like, what do people want me to do? But using a Bluetooth using a Bluetooth shutter helps me save storage, because I can just, like, with the click of a button, I can easily stop recording irrelevant content, and I can easily start recording. And it also saves me time that I'll spend doing this back and forth, you know, going to put on the camera, going to put it off. It just saves me all of those time. So a Bluetooth shutter, very, very, very important. So now that we're done with tools and equipment, I hope I'm not forgetting any important tool. But now let's talk about planning and organization. You know, recently I've just been so proud of myself. Like, I didn't notice how consistent I've become or how much I've improved in terms of like showing up for myself in content creation space. But I've gotten compliments from 2 people that I used to ask for advice. I'll be like, how do you guys stay consistent? Give me advice, give me tips. You guys, you know, I forgot to contour my nose, but I'm just going to do like powder contour. Advice. They're now the ones telling me, oh my god, they'll be like, I'm so proud of you, you're so consistent, how do you do it? And I'm like, you taught me, I asked you for advice, I took your advice. So yeah, proper planning just helps you be more consistent, especially if that's your plan. If it's not your plan, oh well, Planning helps me pre-shoot, during shoot, post-shoot. Planning helps me. Now, first of all, you want to make sure you plan ahead. I would advise you to create like a significant gap, or let there be like a significant distance or time difference between when you want the post to go up and when you're shooting the post. Now, I'm talking about like if you're trying to be consistent, you have like a schedule, you have a timetable where it's like, oh, I upload videos on this day and you want to make sure you meet up with that. So try to plan ahead. Make sure there is enough distance between when you need to upload the video and when you're shooting the video. This just helps you in case of maybe like last minute delays. Maybe there is no network while you're uploading, or your battery died, you ran out of storage, or whatever challenge that might come up with shooting. If there's enough space between when you need the video to go up and between when you need the video to go up and when you're shooting, it's going to help you. Secondly, schedule uploads. I'm so grateful for this feature, and I'm just so happy that almost all the social media applications are now like jumping on this. I think on YouTube and on Instagram, you can schedule your post from your mobile. It's only on TikTok, they say you can schedule on mobile, but when I tried, it didn't work out. So if you've done it and it works for you, please let me know. Put me on so I can start doing it. Now, what scheduling post does for me is, because sometimes just when I want to upload, I stop liking the video. I start to feel like, oh, I don't like my makeup, I don't like the video. I just start to lose interest in that video. So what I do is I schedule the upload when I'm still in love with that video. At that point, when I'm obsessed, I feel like, oh, this is the best thing ever, this video is so creative. That is when I just schedule it. So I'm chilling and the video just goes up live. It also helps with like consistency, because sometimes the network could be bad and uploading a video could take longer, like way longer than you planned or way longer than you expected. Next is plan everything. You guys, my best videos, my most successful shoots are the shoots I do when I plan everything. When I say plan everything, I mean every tiny detail, down to the transition you want to do, the angles you need for the shot. Now, when I newly started with YouTube, one problem I always used to have was with my thumbnail. If you're on YouTube, thumbnails is like the most important thing, because it's what the viewer is going to see for them to decide if they want to watch your video or if they don't want to. But because I wasn't planning properly, I would always forget to take pictures for my thumbnail, and so I'll end up getting a screenshot from the video, and no matter, the screenshot is never going to hit, the quality would be less, so many things would go off. I don't know if I mentioned, but my mirror says Debbie's Hive, you guys, and my pajamas as well says Debbie's Hive. You guys should pay attention to details, like important things are happening here. Now that I plan, I have a order I follow when I'm shooting. I know once I'm done shooting, the next thing to do is to do my hook. Like for this video, next thing I need to do is film the hook, or like the introduction part of this video, because the video would start with me with like an already beat face. I would already be done with my makeup, so by the time I'm done shooting, I will now shoot the introduction, then I'll take pictures for my thumbnail. So when I plan, it just makes it easy for me to remember all of the important things I need to do. Another thing I would say is maximize every shoot. When I say maximize every shoot, I mean try to get as many videos as you can from one shoot. Let's say, for example, you're doing like a makeup video, you want to find a way to include like a transition, you want to do a lipstick tutorial, you just want to try to get as many videos as you can from that single shoot. Like today now, my own filming structure, when I'm shooting for YouTube, I don't like to add too many things, because YouTube is very important to me. It's like the most important thing I'm doing currently, so I just don't want to be distracted. So I like to keep it straight to the YouTube. As you can see now, I'm doing my makeup, but while doing my makeup, I'm shooting a video. Do you understand? After now, I'm going to shoot another video, which is like the main YouTube video I want to make. That's a second shoot. Next, because I've already done my makeup, I don't want to just clean my makeup and go and sleep. I'm going to do like fashion videos, wear a dress, do some short form content. So it's me maximizing this shoot, because Getting ready to shoot is not easy, you guys. I'm telling you, even having to like rearrange my whole room, set up lights, arrange everything, it's a lot. So whenever I'm doing that work, I want to make sure that I'm milking the shoot as much as possible. So even on like other days where it's like I want to do just beauty shoots, I could start with like skincare, and then I get into makeup, and then I do something with hair. But for every shoot, try to make sure you're getting at least 5 videos. I'm not joking, and it's possible. It's why I say plan ahead. If you plan every shoot, you already know that, okay, for example, from this makeup I'm doing now, for example, I want to do brow tutorial. You plan yourself like that. By the time you get to your lipstick, you shoot the introduction for the lipstick video, you do the tutorial, you do the closing part. You just have to plan everything. It just makes the whole process seamless. So yeah, that is it for planning and organization. Next, let's talk about mindset. It takes a lot of mental strength for you to be a content creator. So for this part of the video, I'm just going to share with you guys like some advice, or should I say tips, be words of encouragement to help you in this journey you've chosen for yourself. Number one, you have to be patient. It makes no sense for you to compare yourself, to compare your journey, or to compare your growth with that of someone else. Like if you do that, you're just going to like shoot yourself in the foot. Next thing I want to say is practice. It's easy for you to come online, see your favorite influencers or your favorite creators doing their thing, and then you think, oh, it's so easy. In fact, I used to think it was so easy when I see them doing it, until people started telling me I made it look easy, and it was so easy for me to film these videos. And in my head, it's like, if only you knew, if only you have an idea of how difficult it is. There are some people who would just stand in front of a camera, they know the right things to say, they know how to do it, they know how to just be that person in front of a camera. And then there are some of us who we need to practice, we need to learn, we need to rehearse. But for me, I just feel like once you're going into unfamiliar territory, or you're trying something for the first time, it's not going to be so easy for you, and so you may need to do the extra work. And see, as you can see, you guys, I just turned to look at the mirror behind the camera just to be sure everything is still filming and recording. For some people, it's going to be easy for them, for others not so much. But the thing is, once you're starting a new thing, you're going into unfamiliar territory, it's definitely going to be difficult. But one thing you can do is to practice. If you know you want to have a YouTube channel, you want to stand in front of a camera to talk, it makes no sense for you to not practice until it's time for you to press play. You just spend the whole day there doing nothing. Even for me, my videos that do well are videos where I practice and I rehearse. There are times where I repeat what I want to say in a video like 5 times on my own before I shoot. I do that to prepare myself so that when I'm in front of the camera, I'm not struggling, I'm not trying to remember what I want to say. Another thing I would love to say, it's okay to get inspiration from people, but don't copy. You know, one advice I would always give to people who are trying something new for the first time is look for someone who is doing exactly what you want to do and do what they are doing. What you want to avoid is copying everything like word for word. Do you understand? You want to make sure your own personality, your own ideas shine through. So while it's okay to be inspired by others, while it's okay to, should I say, copy other people, you want to make sure you just find a way to add your own twist to whatever you're doing. Progress over perfection. You'll grow faster if you upload 10 imperfect videos than for you to wait to upload 1 perfect video. Now, with each imperfect video, you learn from your mistakes and you grow. I read something recently about how people don't try to do things because they're scared of failing. And the thing is, if you knew you were going to succeed at something after failing for like 100 times, how quickly would you want to fail? Do you understand? And for me, I just know that the more you fail, the more you learn. The more you make mistakes, the more you learn. That's just where I'm at right now. Your only competition is your last video. Now for me, I just try to improve with every video I make. Like this last week, I worked on my YouTube banner. So this is a really pretty shade of nude. Actually, I've not used this lipstick before, and I've had it for a while. You guys, take this as your sign to try that lipstick that has been sitting in your drawer. So for each video I make, I really just look for something to improve on. The last time I decided I wanted to change the look of my thumbnails, I looked for a new concept, I changed that. Or basically just try to improve with each video that you make. Instead of comparing yourself to other people, improve on your skills, improve on your editing. Just basically look for areas to improve on. Of course, you want to make sure you're doing your best in every video. Now for me, before I put out any content, I ask myself, Debbie, did you do your best? To answer that question in the most honest way possible. There are times where I would tell myself, no, I did not do my best, and I know that's a sign for me to like make that video again. And then there are other times when I know I've literally given this video my all, like I've done all I can to make it look good, and this is the best I could come up with, and I upload it like that. Recently I did like short form video. It's like fashion content, just me styling one shot in 4 different ways. Now the first time I did the video, I made that video in my room, but there was just like a lot of things going on in the background, and I knew I could do better. I knew me deciding. There are times where I decide to not post a video because I know I could have done more, I could have done better. So in this case, looking at that video, I knew I could have done more. So I decided to not upload that video, and the next morning I shot it again. And there are also some videos I upload that are not so good, not like they are terrible or there's something wrong, but the video, in spite of my best effort, in spite of everything I tried, just did not turn out right. And at those points I asked myself, Debbie, did you do your best? I know that I genuinely did my best to make that video 100%, and the video was just being stubborn or it just did not cooperate. Then I go ahead and I post it like that, but I just try to make sure that I'm doing my best. Oh my god, I think I'm in love with this beat, you guys. I don't know how to explain it, but this look is doing something to me. You guys are not asking me for makeup tutorials, so I'm not going to teach anybody nothing. If you want to know how I do my makeup, you're just going to shine your eye whenever we're doing it like this. Better still, if you ask me politely, if you ask me in a nice way, maybe, just maybe, I could do a tutorial, but I don't know what kind of tutorial to do. So yeah, you just might have to tell me what you want. My last tip is going to be the work begins after you post. Now this is important for YouTubers. I saw this recently. I watched the video and I saw this recently, but if you're going into YouTube, what you want to do, that first 1 hour when you upload is not when you should go and sleep. That should be like your most active moment. You want to make sure, even if nobody's watching your video, make sure you watch your video within that 1 hour. It just helps the algorithm know that somebody's interested in this video, or like people are interested in that video. And I also hear watching videos on your TV screen is overall better for the algorithm. I don't know how true that is, but yeah. Oh, I don't have earrings on. So this is the final look. I'm obsessed. I'm in love, you guys. Like, this look is tea. So I'm just going to clean up, arrange my room, and get ready for the next video. We've come to the end of this video. I hope all of these tips and tricks end up being like really helpful for you. But you know, thanks for watching this video to the end. Please drop a comment if there's any tip, if there's any trick you think is going to be helpful for me as well. Let me know in the comment section. And if this video was helpful for you, tell me thank you in the comments. So yeah, thanks for watching this video to the end, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe. We also have a new video coming up on Wednesday. I'm really excited, and I want it to be a date between you and I. So Wednesday 6 p.m. see you there.